Arg! Ahoy there, matey! Welcome aboard the world of boating.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
The radio show devoted exclusively to the boating lifestyle.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Brought to you by worldofboating.com, your internet portal for the boating enthusiast.
I was just looking into buying a boat of my own.
Call World of Boating toll-free now at 1-8888-28-BOAT. That's 1-888-828-BOAT.
And this is the World of Boating. Greg, your first mate, Captain Patrick, Barry the boater, Bill the engineer even, and Mike the mariner rounding out the crew as we navigate the latest boating news and information. All right, so we got a lot to talk about, mainly, the fact that I just got back from a big adventure and traveling outside the country for the first time in 18 months. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, how is that possible?
That's not what we're thinking.
We were thinking, how did they let him back in?
Well, there was that. I had to get tested.
It's more like
and
why?
Why? What do you mean? Why? What are you
Why
trying
did they
to
let
say?
you back in?
Because I'm special.
Well,
speaking of special, I saw the photo that you posted of your corona test,
Yes.
and I don't think you understand the situation.
What do you mean? I think I understand it perfectly. How it goes? Yeah, we had Corona beers, and it was like, how many could you drink in a certain period of time? We were doing the rapid test of Corona, and out of the 3 participants of this particular contest, I came out on top, for the record.
You mean you passed out first?
Well, I'm not going to say what the protocols and specifics were for this particular incident, but yes, maybe that was the case.
There you go.
Yeah.
Because I've seen you fall asleep after one dive, so I mean, you're not getting any younger.
Well, thank you, Barry. or
Does the rapid test involve a beer bong? Is that how that works?
You know what? If we would have had it available, we definitely would have taken that into consideration, Mike, because that would have streamlined the process even quicker. But I'll tell you, the thing, it was first time outside the country, honestly, for me in 18 months. Which is kind of shocking considering how much I get to travel as part of this little gig that I get to do, working with the World of Boating, Scuba Radio, and Just Plain Radio. But I am here to report, despite the silliness that Bill witnessed online on Facebook and everything with the Corona beers, that the process of getting tested before you leave the country, I was going into St. Martin and coming back to the U.S., really was not a big deal whatsoever. And you saw us joking about it coming back because we were drinking Corona beers when we were getting our rapid test, which you have to get back in the U.S. But it was not a problem. And it's just a little bit of, a couple more hoops you got to jump through traveling right now. But I'm here to report that it was pretty streamlined. It was pretty easy to navigate. And, I encourage more people, if you feel, comfortable enough in your own skin to travel under these particular times, which, I think that's an individual choice that you got to maintain and considering how safe you feel personally. But as far as the logistics and the protocols that you got to follow, they're really not that difficult to manage. Patrick, what say you?
Can you describe or give the circumference of the hoops you had to jump through? That's an interesting part of reentry into the U.S. I think we should delve into further.
Yes. Well, you have to get a rapid test for Corona. And if you choose to use Corona beer in the process, that's totally optional. I will tell you the testers in St. Martin were mildly amused by our team of folks that were traveling together. And we probably made their day because, I mean, they got a sucky job. I mean, they go around testing people, all over the place of St. Martin. And that's their gig, and so it's not a real upbeat kind of job because they kind of come in and all official, covered up in, masks and smocks and all that surgery gear. They look intimidating, and we gave them a giggle. So I felt that we did our part to kind of bring the world together, or at least brighten their day. It's like, yeah, we got to get these yeehaws off this boat and back into the U.S. immediately.
They have to leave.
Yes. Yeah. But, I got to dive for a week around the island of Saba and come back and basically, rub it into you guys.
Suck it loose.
Yeah.
Oh, he had time to play.
And be able to, do stuff like that, because that's one of the benefits when you do travel and no one else does. You get to say, hey, I'm hanging out in paradise and you're not. You're basically just back home. Yeah.
Did I tell you my son just came back from Ireland?
No, nobody cares, Barry. But
Being there for 2 weeks.
No, he was safe. He survived the process.
Had a great time. Yep.
Yeah.
He met his future grandparents-in-laws.
Yeah. I did give the testers, some tips to try to brighten their day. I said, just for grins, have you ever considered, like, when you show up to give everybody, like we had to get everybody tested that was on our boat for the week. Have you ever come up to them all dressed out and all your, surgical gear and everything, or smocks, or what is it, Barry? Help me out. What do they wear? The outfits they wear in surgery?
Scrubs?
Yeah, the scrubs.
Scrubs.
They're all wearing scrubs and stuff. I said, just come out like, okay, we got the testing team, and the first person that comes up to them, the first thing you should say, okay, bend over, and just get their reaction and see.
First they had to put on the glove and take out the KY.
Whoa, wait. That's a little too much there, Barry.
Too many details there.
You haven't had an exam yet at your age?
Quiet.
Okay.
That's enough out of you. No, but I was just like, break the ice and just start with that and see what the reaction is. I think that would be a good way to kind of, ease the pain of going through that process. But, it was no big deal. No big deal. So your son went to Ireland, came back, same thing? No issues traveling?
Something, he didn't have any issues traveling. I know that they all had already had their Pfizer shots.
Yeah.
And I guess everything was pre-done. But yeah, come to think of it, because they were closing some areas of the of Europe over there again. But he had no problem getting in there and getting back.
Yeah. Yeah. They think we're crazy in America. So we're like the high-risk group and troublemakers, according to them.
But did you tell them you were coming from Florida? That should... Oh, never mind. Not solvent.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Alligators and iguanas.
I will tell you, once again, I flew into St. Martin, and it's sad to see the ghost town along the waterfront there. I mean, it's like, and this is replicated all across the Caribbean. 30% of the businesses were open, if that. And, it's tough. You see all the people just struggling to get by. They're trying to make the best of it. And the people we talked to were fairly upbeat considering the situation. But it was hard not to notice that a lot of people were suffering big time on the island. So
I was there last December and I saw the same thing.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't have to get tested to come back to the U.S., though.
Yeah. Well, they changed that, and put a new protocol into place a few months ago. And so, we had it kind of streamlined. We were on a dive boat all week, and the dive business, Explore Ventures, set it up where the techs came and gave everybody a test on the boat. So we actually had some people come and do that, as opposed to you have to go find a clinic or wherever and stuff. So they've streamlined the process for that particular business. So there's workarounds, and different businesses are trying to adapt. But the best way you can do to support those folks is to go. If you feel personally, safe in your own skin, if you feel like you could do this, which I'm here to tell you, it really wasn't that difficult. It's more of just a matter of, do you feel comfortable doing it yourself? Have you had it? Have you been vaccinated? Just how comfortable are you traveling? It's really up to you. But I didn't feel unsafe by any stretch of the imagination. They had protocols in place. They really weren't difficult to navigate, once again. So my vote would be go travel, go, plan a moorings trip over in the British Virgin Islands, get on a boat, isolate on a boat for a while. But if you have to travel on an airplane to get there, I think it's scaring people away. All these roadblocks that we have put up in front with these protocols and tests and stuff. But wasn't that big a deal. So there you go. So leave the country. Patrick, you've been deported, or that's what my suggestion. Leave. Get out.
All right. Bye.
All right. So that was my little soapbox mention. And just with that notice, Patrick starts coughing. What are the odds? See? Anyway. But yeah, and by the way, I've been tested, and obviously it was negative, so I'm good. So we're all clear here at the World of Boating. So we got to navigate some boating news information. We got to catch up on some viewer mail. We have an email I got last week here from Kian. I'm a go. He goes, hey, gang, I'm shopping for a Carver 570, but I have a choice between two identical models. One of them's blah, 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 Volvo engine. And the other is I'm not. Quiet. And the other is a more expensive model, Volvo D12.
Then they're not identical.
Well, they're different powered. Okay, so if I'm going to go to the boat show, cruising between 10 and 12 knots, do I even need to look at larger engines? Okay, we're going to dive deeper into this, see if we can provide some, viable information that Kian can use next on the World of Boating. Stay close.
You're listening to the World of Boating Radio Network.
Hosting a radio show about scuba diving and boating is one of the best gigs on the planet. It's actually part of my job to check out and report on cool new products I personally use to enhance my diving and boating adventures. However, I do believe in sharing the joy, and this is why we've added Nanook protective hard cases to our list of products you can now purchase on the merchandise page at scubaradio.com. Nanook cases are designed to protect the most sensitive equipment in the harshest environments. Underwater photographers, listen up. From their high-impact NK7 resin to their exclusive Power Claw latches, Nanook has raised the bar for those of you that demand the best protection for your gear. Plus, Nanook protective cases cost less than similar products currently on the market. The company has been around for over 15 years, but it's new to the U.S., so we've made a small number of Nanook cases available exclusively for you at a special introductory price on the merchandise page at scubaradio.com. Go there now and check out Nanook, the evolution of protection.